They don't have a business. Nobody has a business. Exploiting the poor, taking advantage of them when they're under a bridge from suburbia. Because they're replaced by being a client for every major business. They could do 20 years like me, but no matter what it is, it costs about 15 and a place to live. So it's each family paying for their own family. But the clients owe it when families can't afford it. Per hour from Vegas to do bottle service in order to be doing some minimum wage job during the day for one of their companies. They were exploited because they're not working for their companies and they're a client with their jobs out of 140,000 people because it's more desirable than working concierge or being a fit model. But they're exploited for that too because they worked a minimum wage job already for 20 years. Because if they have a place to live, they have more than people who don't have a place to live. Because they're not under a bridge. Because they're not a bottle service girl for 20 per hour at the nearby restaurants everywhere in suburbia. To drive from LA to suburbia the whole time for 20. Because models are under a bridge with no car. And they work minimum wage homeless the whole time for 20 years. Brittany's been loved more. They had a celebrity magazine. They funded a celebrity magazine the entire time. But they earned $80,000 for every job. But it's also every day they were exploited by billionaire companies because they could have done $80,000 productions every day instead of being at. She always had a phone and a car and a place to live. But they have less. The club like the Kardashians for 20 years. So the money comes from them. That's why Caitlyn Jenner can walk past like this by the St. Regis. But we're gonna live here our whole lives and people don't realize they was. That's why she gets to own Infinity Artists and be a billionaire. And they own Premier and Option because she didn't sleep with anyone for a job and she's a Christian. And her friends are the Christian producers. They're doing drugs. It's like satanic worship at the clubs because the managers for all the major companies, every major business is doing that. Otherwise they foreclose. It's just that they're a celebrity. She said no to invading a boundary, but they did anyway. And so she's telling her network because they're holding everyone accountable. And the FBI is enforcing total justice with FBI doctors and lawyers who didn't work with a brothel to protect against sex trafficking. Celebrity network the entire time saying no from their parents' house. They would just be fired because they're not slave trade, because it's so rare for families to support them. So it's like third world with waitresses, sleeping with can producer, girlfriends, sleeping with retail rep. So when they don't have family support, they get to have $5 million or $2 million and have apartments and condos because they should have been gainfully employed for the past 20 years as an employee for retail or for sales or medical sales, commuting from one end of the city to another city. They're a celebrity magazine and a celebrity business their whole life. And they earn the money by law. So I'm gonna have celebrity trainers outside of party promoting. And I'm gonna have celebrity real estate. And I earn the money. But the models have way more than any manager in retail. And the FBI doctors and lawyers are on my side because they have to be at the resorts when they book jobs with their families at resorts. For resort blogging, vacation blogging, or any hotel manager. They make the most in sales for every celebrity brand, every retail brand, and every brand because they're more successful than the brand owners at the club. I've been a Christian my whole life. Christian producer. God made them more successful than any billionaire or celebrity at the club. That's why the most powerful people are on their side.